Hello, Metro Detroit golfers. I'm Chad.
And I'm Ben.
And it's Tuesday, and we are here with the Tuesday tip of the week. We're coming at you from the Golf Leadership Academy. So, last couple of weeks, we talked about committing to one thing, beginning with the end in mind. And now today, we're going to show you a tool that you can use that you probably have in your garage that's going to help you learn both of those things and clean up a lot of your swing mechanics. So what is one tool that a lot of people around Metro Detroit have that can help them do all those things?
And if you don't have one, you can get one because it's only going to cost you about $2.
Get yourself a PVC pipe from Home Depot. Get yourself some.
All right. So here's what we have. It's a piece of 3/4 inch PVC, and it's about 6 inches above your head. So that is the tool that we're going to use for today's tip of the week.
Okay, so if you're looking for something simple to do that's going to clean up a lot of your swing mechanics and give you a lot more power and consistency, look no further. Here we go. So how will we use this tool to help with all that?
All right, so here's what we're going to do, is you are going to choke up on the PVC about 1/3 of the way. The long end of the PVC is going to be in front of your left side. You're going to go ahead and you're going to grip it just the way you would grip a golf club. So what we're going to do here is we are going to make just some half swings, and we are going to stop where the speed out front is. So a couple weeks ago, we were talking about where the speed is being generated in the golf swing, and we would say it's up and to the left. So we're going to take some half back swings, and we're going to stop, boom, where the speed would be.
Cool.
The whole goal of this activity is, as you're swinging the PVC, is we want to make sure that it doesn't hit you in the left side. So Michael Robatowski and Jeff Young, they call this thing the rib cracker. So if your body stops rotating, boom,
Whack.
This thing is going to crack you in the ribs. So some of the benefits that you'll notice from this is, yes, your rotation is going to improve dramatically, but I think one of the most important things that we see is it actually helps the player get the divot a little bit more in front of the ball, and it squares up the club face.
It does a whole bunch. So show us a couple more. So last week we talked about beginning with the end in mind. So one thing you talked about was keeping your attention up here.
Yes, sir.
So show us one time. So when you're doing this, we're going to ask you, don't worry about the backswing as much. Just can you get all that motion coming upward and leftward to my hand? So we can see that Ben's rotating and his weight's transferring. All this stuff is happening, but he's not thinking about that. Is that true?
No.
Okay, so the couple things that we know for sure help you hit it better. We know rotation works. It's not going anywhere. It definitely works. We know weight transfer works. And then we know, we did maybe 2 months ago, the angle of attack video with the driver.
Yep.
This will also help that. So this one tool will help clean up so much. So if you were going to take your iron and try to copy that feel, would you focus on keeping the end in mind or just trying to copy that feel? How would you transfer it to the ball here?
I think either one is fine. So you could either A, begin with the end in mind, or B, you can just try to duplicate the feeling that you got with the PVC. So both will work. So it doesn't matter to us which one you use. Maybe you try them both and you figure out what works best for you, because the ball is the teacher. So if one works better than the other, just go with the one that works. It's cool.
All right. So you want to demonstrate one?
Absolutely.
You want to do a little one? Because it can also help with chips and pitches.
Yeah. And I think before we go into that too, is let's demonstrate what happens to the club when the body actually stops rotating.
Cool.
So I think it's really important for all of you at home to understand what happens when the rotation actually stops. So if my body stalls, or my lower body and my upper body stop rotating, the weight of the golf club likes to keep going. And when the weight of the club keeps going, you can notice that the face starts to close and the interaction with the turf is well behind the ball. So if the rotation stops, you can see where the club likes to interact with the ground. Face closes relatively quickly.
Totally. So that's why, people will say, I'm flipping, I'm hitting behind it, any numbers of errors, and mostly it's because the body stopped, the rotation did not keep going.
You got it.
So the PVC will help you learn what that feels like to keep everything going, and then when you get a club in your hand, when the shaft and your body and your hands, everything moves together, we call that one motion. Mm-hmm. It's like a miracle.
The miracle worker.
And then, so this is cool. It can help you with the angle of attack on your driver and your swing mechanics and your chipping and pitching. So there is many different benefits to this one tool. All right, so you just did a little one there trying to copy that feel, yeah?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right. Anything you want to add before we sign off for this Tuesday?
No, I think one of the other things that I would do is, since we are beginning with the end in mind and we're trying to recreate the PVC finish, one of the things that I always like to look for as I'm doing that, so the ball will be gone, I'm making sure, did the club finish where I wanted it? And then I'm also monitoring where the butt end of the grip is. I'm trying to make sure that the butt end of the grip is maybe grazing my left side. So if I notice the butt end of the grip is out in front of my body, I know that there's been some type of flipping that's occurred and I really didn't get to the destination that I was looking for. So after I make those swings, that's one of the things that I always check is, okay, did I get to the destination I was looking for?
Very good. So a lot of people come here to the Golf Leadership Academy, they're looking for consistency, and mostly some function of this is breaking down, and that's why the ball is not working.
Going every which way.
Okay, so get yourself a PVC pipe. Use it. You can use it all winter long. You'd be shocked at how effective it will be. We hope this Tuesday tip helps you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below. And if you have some ideas of videos that you'd like to see us produce, we'd be more than happy to produce anything that you have question on. So leave those comments below as well. We thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.